So essentially this is one of the biggest paintings in the collection, or classed with the biggest. So we move it using the blue hoist, which is a bespoke designed piece of equipment designed by Pat, the head of art handling. So essentially, due to the weight, the painting is supported by a structural bracket that transfers the weight to the floor. So this piece of equipment allows us to just lift it completely free of the bracket and then bring it down to the floor and safely transport it through the galleries. So someone will hop in the genies and we'll bring down the capitals. Yeah, just get. That's the capitals at the top. I mean, primarily we're taking them off to allow us to have nice flat spaces on the frame to be able to hold it and manipulate it. I mean, they're purely decorative.
Should we just carry it through?
Yeah. Okay, just that is pretty perfect. Okay, brakes on. Okay, so that's kind of the hoist assembled. I mean, essentially this gives us an armature that pretty much wraps entirely around the painting to safely lift it down to ground level. Okay, you're clear of the plinth. Are you all right for us to come straight back? Or do you want us to come out a little way so you can get
Yeah, no, it's okay. This one's not flush to the wall at the top,
okay.
So you got a good grip.
Coming back, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Time's locked off. You guys all right for us to come down?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's now fully down and secured. Using this system, it can now be transported through the galleries like that. It can be temporarily stored like that, and then reinstalled directly off that. So a solution that gives us a way to kind of minimise handling of the work. Most of what we use is designed in-house, from the fixings we put things on the wall with, to the trolleys, the lifting equipment. But I mean, this was designed by Pat. The yellow trolley was designed by myself. Like, everything's very bespoke because it's a very niche kind of requirement to move pictures. But then we're also quite lucky because it's just a paintings collection here. We can kind of specialise and create solutions.
Any small to medium-sized works that we can lift off by hand can just go on the yellow trolleys. And then silver is larger, heavier things that need stacker trolleys, and then blue is the heaviest things like altarpieces. So that's kind of how they're coded. So we know what equipment to bring with us. Because of the building work that's going to happen for NG200, we have to take the works off the wall in the Sainsbury wing just to protect them from the vibrations. We're not actually changing these galleries, but because of the vibrations, we're taking them down for protection. So lots of the highlight paintings are going to be moved into the main wing so that the public can still see them. So tomorrow this is going to go up on the wall in the main building of the gallery. Like normally in art handling, we try and do all the work in the galleries before the gallery opens at 10 o'clock, so we normally come in at 8, try and do all the jobs so that the public don't sort of have to be disturbed by our goings on. But because the Saints Wing is so big a project, we have to do it during opening hours, so we've screened off these rooms.
Yeah, there's probably only, I don't think how many, a dozen or so pictures in the collection where we use the blue hoist in full with its towers. They sort of become like the set piece moves, where everybody kind of has a role and it all comes together pretty quick. But I mean, it takes a lot of planning. And
also this one we're quite lucky because it's not too tall. Some of the altarpieces are so tall that just to get out of the room, to get out of the wing, we have to lay them down and put them on their side. And that becomes a lot more stressful just because of the weight of things involved. And when something's so tall, the people on the ground can't actually help you until it's nearly level. So
I think it's what, NG1, that will be moved. Yeah, I mean that even to move it between rooms in the gallery takes 2 days. So that's a huge undertaking. Things this big are quite difficult to move. Back here tomorrow morning for the movement and then the installation. So we're going to head through to room 11 and just kind of get everything set up in there before we take this through, just so we've got as much working space as possible through there. It's probably the smallest room we've ever hung altarpieces in. So yeah.
It's not been in there before, has it?
No, I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. It's nice and straight.
$117.
117. Cool. So essentially, that's where we just secure the bracket. This takes the full weight of the altarpiece, transfers all the load to the floor. And it's obviously the altarpieces were designed to be kind of architectural features. Some of them are pretty heavy. The safe working load on the blue hoist is up to 400 kilos. So this is really for the heaviest things in the collection. So yesterday we were working with the tower configuration, which gives us a kind of complete solid base to work around the piece. Because we've got slightly more restricted access in here with the octagonal shape of the room, we're going to be working off the genies instead of installing the towers.
Yeah.
So measure off the inside edge of the tine to the outside edge of the bracket.
Right.
So we'll just come over this way a touch first. Watch Tom's toes. Okay. 28.
15 inches basically.
That's just
42.
545, 525, 535.
530, but
So
I'll spot the height and I'll come around the front.
yeah,
You got that?
yeah, P.
Happy with the balance?
All right, if you guys are on the tines, we'll start coming up. So got maybe another 8 inches. Okay.
I'm pretty clear now.
Yeah, height-wise you're good.
Right, ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
That's great. Back to the wall. Okay. If you guys in the juniors can just keep it a fraction off the fabric.
Yeah.
And then we just come gently down.
You good? Yep. Yep, that's on there. Yep.
Great, tines back in. And so essentially that's now installed, and everything from here is just kind of finessing it to get it up to kind of a display point. Thank you.
$16. 10. 15.1.
Yeah, so especially with rooms like this that are kind of key thoroughfares for the gallery, we do all of the work pre-10, so everything happens before the visitors arrive. As much as possible, we do that with all our rehangs to try and keep all the rooms open as much as possible for everyone.
Yeah, it's kind of the hidden side of the gallery, things that happen before visitors come through the doors.
Yeah, and it does mean we get to hang out here.
Yes.
When it's quiet, which is nice.
Yeah, spend some time with the pictures. It's actually of the limited options that we have for hanging these big Italian altarpieces, this is one of the better spaces. In terms, each one of them has their own wall, so they are given a bit of room to breathe in a way that they might not have been otherwise if we put them in other galleries.
It's quite an imposing room now, isn't it?
I know. And I mean, this one, when this one changes, it's going to be the real pièce de résistance.